Hi guys, really happy you're with me. I don't have my coffee today and you will be really laughing because I'm sitting in my car. I did not have enough electricity to go to Brussels, so I'm sitting in my car charging the battery. But we're going to read on because we are still more than 10 people reading this wonderful book, Les Misérables. And let's remember last time we were in the courtroom and Jean Valjean, he said, well, I am guilty and not this man, Champmathieu. Was that his name? Yeah, I think so. Champmathieu. So then the two words on the previous page were les détails, les hésitations, les petites résistances possibles se perdirent dans ce vaste fait lumineux. So all the small details and all the smallest resistances, the possible resistances, se perdirent, comes from se perdre, got lost in this enormous luminous fact. Un fait, it's a fact. Impression qui passa vite, mais qui dans l'instant fut irrésistible. So this impression of this luminous fact, this idea that this man is giving up his wonderful life to say, I am guilty. So this impression, which passed quickly, but which in that moment was irresistible. Good. I think we're in the story again. If you have questions, don't hesitate. Je ne veux pas déranger davantage l'audience, reprit Jean Valjean. So, I do not want to déranger, disturb more. We had this before. Davantage, in fact, is the same word as plus. Hein? I do not want to disturb more the audience, resumed Jean Valjean. Je m'en vais puisque on ne m'arrête pas. I'm going away, and it's this part here, m'en, that is the away part. So I'm going away since they, you remember that on can be several things, but here it's they, since they do not arrest me. J'ai plusieurs choses à faire. I have several things to do. Monsieur l'avocat général, c'est qui je suis. So, well, you know that by now, I think this is the prosecutor. So, the prosecutor, c'est, he knows who I am. Il sait où je vais. He knows where I'm going. Il me fera arrêter quand il voudra. So, he will have me arrested when he wants to. Yes, you see, this is the future tense, voudra. So really it says he will have me arrested when he will want to do it. A bit funny in English, the two future tenses, but not in French. Don't hesitate to ask me questions. Il se dirigea vers la porte de sortie. So he, which is Jean Valjean or Mr. Madeleine, se dirigea, like headed towards the exit door. Hein? La porte de sortie, it's the exit door. Pas une voix ne s'éleva. Not one single voice spoke up. Hein? S'élever is to speak up. Pas un bras ne s'étendit pour l'empêcher. Not one arm stretched out to prevent him from going out. Tous s'écartèrent. But s'écarter is like a little bit like go away, or like, I would say here maybe they all lined up, they all stepped aside, maybe step aside, that's maybe better. They all stepped aside. Il avait en ce moment je ne sais quoi de divin qui fait que les multitudes reculent et se rangent devant un homme. So, he had, in this moment, this, I don't know what of divine, I don't know what divine element, which causes that les multitudes, the crowds, step back and se range, yeah, that's maybe, and line up in front of a man. So Mr. Madeleine had something divine over him. So everybody stepped aside and nobody talked. Il traversa la foule à pas lents. So he crossed the crowd. À pas lents is like in a slow step or a low pace. Like slowly. It really means slowly. On n'a jamais su qui ouvrit la porte, mais il est certain que la porte se trouva ouverte lorsqu'il y parvint. So on, here it's maybe rather we, but you know, it's like one. One has never known. Yes, let's translate it by one. One has never known who opened the door. But it is certain that the door found itself, or maybe in English rather, was open when he parvint, when he came there. Huh? The little word is there, huh? When he came there. Arrivé là, il se retourna et dit, so arrived there, and when he had arrived there at the door, he turned around and said, Monsieur l'avocat général, je reste à votre disposition. Donc, sir, gentleman, the prosecutor, l'avocat général, let's maybe say, I stay to your availability. I'm available to you. Puis, il s'adressa à l'auditoire. Then he spoke to the audience. So, vous tous ceux qui sont ici, vous me trouvez digne de pitié, n'est-ce pas? So, you all of you, all those who are here, you find me worthy of pity, isn't it? That's his question. You think I'm pitiful. Mon Dieu, my God. Quand je pense à ce que j'ai été sur le point de faire, je me trouve digne d'envie. So he says, my God, when I think of what I had been about. So sur le point, that means about. I'm about to do something. What I was about to do, I find myself worthy of envy. So he thinks it's an envious thing. Cependant, j'aurais mieux aimé que tout ceci n'arrivât pas. So, meanwhile, I would have better liked, it's a bit a strange construction in English, but I would have preferred that all this didn't happen. Hein? Arriver, it's to arrive, but it's also to happen. Il sortit et la porte se referma comme elle avait été ouverte. So he went outside and the door was closed as it, because elle, it's the door, in French it's feminine, but not in English, as it had been opened. Car ceux qui font de certaines choses souveraines sont toujours sûrs d'être servis par quelqu'un dans la foule. Because those who do certain sovereign things, like very admirable things, are always sure to be served by somebody in the crowd. Good. Yes, I admit it's not easy to read this, but please read on. You will see, you will be so proud of yourself reading this marvelous book. Ok, so moins d'une heure après, le verdict du jury déchargeait de toute accusation le nommé Champmathieu. So less than an hour afterwards, the verdict of the jury, déchargé, well, it's a bit like uncharged. Well, we could say here maybe discharged, rather discharged of all accusations, the nommé person named Champmathieu. Et Champmathieu, mis en liberté immédiatement, s'en allait stupéfait. And Champmathieu, put to liberty, so he was free, he was freed immediately, s'en allait, he went away, stupefied, really surprised, stunned, croyant tous les hommes fous et ne comprenant rien à cette vision. So believing that all the men were crazy and not understanding anything of this vision. Yes, he doesn't understand because one moment he's accused of things he didn't do, and then all at once he is free. La confusion suscitée par son aveu a permis à Monsieur Madeleine de regagner Montreuil-sur-Mer. So the confusion generated by his aveu, his confession, has allowed Mr. Madeleine to get back to Montreuil-sur-Mer. Il se rend directement au chevet de Fantine qui s'attend à le voir arriver avec Cosette. So he goes directly, immediately to the bedside of Fantine. Remember, Fantine, she's very sick. Who expect... yes, so attendre is to wait, but s'attendre à is to expect. So she expects to see arrive him, Mr. Madeleine, with Cosette. So that's what she thinks. Okay, and I think we are now on page 100. I'm missing my coffee. It's okay. Okay, good. Here we are, page 100. Il entra dans la chambre de Fantine, so he entered in the room of Fantine, s'approcha du lit, so got closer to the bed, et entr'ouvrit les rideaux, and half opened the curtains. Elle dormait. She was sleeping. Son souffle sortait de sa poitrine avec ce bruit tragique qui est propre à ces maladies. So her breath came out of her breast with this tragic noise that is proper, which is particular for those diseases or illnesses, et qui navrent les pauvres mères lorsqu'elles veillent la nuit près de leur enfant condamné et endormi. And which, so we're still talking about this sound, this noise, and which saddens the poor mothers when they veiller, maybe it's like look after during the night. They're looking after their child, but in French it says really they look during the night after near their child. They're like waking. Maybe we could say waking near their child doomed and asleep. Yes, you know, when mothers are sitting next to their babies, their children, and they're breathing with this horrible sound, you can hear it come from the breast. That's what he's talking about. Mais cette respiration pénible troublait à peine une sorte de sérénité ineffable. So, but this breathing, this painful breathing, troubled merely à peine, So not very much, merely. A kind of ineffable, what shall we say? Like an inexpressible serenity, so calmness. An inexpressible calmness, yes. Répandu sur son visage, like spread over her face. Qui la transfigurait dans son sommeil. Who transfigured her in her sleep. So in fact, it's as if she's not painful, because there is a certain serenity on her face. Sa pâleur était devenue de la blancheur. So her paleness had become maybe whiteness, but here maybe also brightness. Ses joues étaient vermeilles. Her cheeks were scarlet. Ses longs cils blonds, la seule beauté qui lui fut restée de sa virginité et de sa jeunesse, palpitait tout en demeurant clos et baissé. So now we're talking about her eyelashes. So those long blonde eyelashes, the only beauty which fut restée, had stayed on her, of her virginity and her youth, palpitait. Palpiter means like to tremble, to shiver. We're shivering tout en demeurant, while still staying clos, like closed, and baissé, down. So her eyelashes stay down, her eyes stay closed, but they're like shivering. Toute sa personne tremblait de je ne sais quel déploiement d'ailes prêtes à s'entr'ouvrir et à l'emporter. Oh my God, this is really very, very poetic language, but I wonder if this is not very hard for you. Please ask me questions if you do not understand. So her whole person was trembling, was shivering of, I don't know which spreading of wings, déploiement. You can say deployment, but maybe, yeah, spreading of wings ready to go half open and take her with them. So those wings, it's her eyelids are like wings who are ready to take her with them. Qu'on sentait frémir, that you could feel were shivering. Frémir means shiver, trembler means shiver, palpiter is to shiver, so we have a lot of synonyms. Mais qu'on ne voyait pas, but which we did not see. So those wings, we do not see them. À la voir ainsi, on n'eût jamais pu croire que c'était là une maladie une malade presque désespérée. So, seeing her like that, one would never have been able to believe that it was there a sick person, almost desperate. So it's almost beautiful what we see. She's pale, she has red cheeks, her eyelids are shivering, so it does not have anything desperate. Elle ressemblait plutôt à ce qui va s'envoler qu'à ce qui va mourir. So she looked like rather as something, yes, going to fly away than of something that's going to die. La branche, lorsqu'une main s'approche pour détacher la fleur, frissonne. So the branch, like a branch on a tree, when a hand is approaching to detach the flower, so like to pick or to take away the flower, shivers. et semble à la fois se dérober et s'offrir. And seems à la fois at the same time to se dérober, like to go away, and to offer itself. Beautiful language. Le corps humain a quelque chose de ce tressaillement. So the human body has something of this shivering, this trembling. Quand arrive l'instant où les doigts mystérieux de la mort vont cueillir l'âme. So when arrives the moment, when, but you know in French you say the moment where, the moment when the mysterious fingers of death are going to pick like picking flowers, are going to pick her soul. This is beautiful, beautiful language of Victor Hugo. Tell me if you do not understand, because it's not easy. Monsieur Madeleine resta quelque temps immobile près de ce lit. So Mr. Madeleine stayed a little time, immobile, like without moving, near this bed, so near Fantine, regardant tour à tour la malade et le crucifix comme il faisait 2 mois auparavant. So looking at, tour à tour, how would you say in turns? The sick person and the cross, like the crucifix. A crucifix, you would say in English, but in French, crucifix. So the cross on the wall, as he did 2 months before. Because he was there also 2 months before. Le jour où il était venu pour la première fois la voir dans cet asile. So the day when, but you know now that in French you say the day where, the day when he had come for the first time to see her in this asylum. Ils étaient encore là, tous les deux, dans la même attitude. They were still there, tous les deux, both, so Mr. Madeleine and Fantine, in the same attitude, the same position. Elle dormant, lui priant. She sleeping, and he was praying. Seulement maintenant, depuis ces 2 mois écoulés, elle avait des cheveux gris et lui des cheveux blancs. Only now, since those 2 months passed, she had gray hair and he had white hair. That's what had changed in 2 months. La sœur n'était pas entrée avec lui. So the sister, meaning the nun, had not entered with him. Il se tenait près de ce lit, debout, le doigt sur la bouche. So he was holding himself, he was standing there, near this bed, debout, standing up, the finger on his mouth, comme s'il y eut dans la chambre quelqu'un à faire taire. So as if he had there in that room somebody to be silent. So he was like, with his finger on his mouth, as if he wanted to say to everybody, shh, be silent. Elle ouvrit les yeux. So she opened her eyes, le vit, saw him, et dit paisiblement, avec un sourire, et Cosette? So she saw him and she said peacefully, with a smile, and Cosette? Because she is waiting to see her little girl, Cosette, and she wants to see her before she dies. So she's hoping Cosette is there. But that we will see next week, and I really hope you will be there with me. And now, guys, I'm ready for a big cup of coffee. I think my car is now, well, it's charged, so thank you for reading with me, and I absolutely hope you will be there also next week. Anyhow, see you soon. Bye.